How you doing, guys? Ash here for the Colours and Blues, and welcome to this late reaction video to Tuesday night's League Cup game against Huddersfield Town. To finish Huddersfield 1, Everton 2, and not as easy as we thought it was going to be. We didn't make it easy for ourselves. I've said it before that I always wanted, especially in the last 4 to 5 seasons, that Everton should be taking this competition as serious as anything. Never mind, trying to get into Europe via the league. We've never won this competition before, and it's time that changes. And when you look at it, compared to the disastrous end of the season we had last season, that this could be the most viable option for us to get into Europe this season. Yes, we've had 4 points from 6 to start the league season, so it hasn't been too well, but obviously we have tougher games coming up as the season goes on, and obviously injuries will play a part of that. As we know, this Kylian Mbappe situation with PSG situation, they're looking at if he goes off to Madrid, that Richarlison is going to be the number one target, and all I hope is that doesn't happen. And we can't be giving away any of our forward players. We just don't have the replacements, especially if Richarlison does go for 100+ million, and we don't have a replacement in time. If we'd known our luck it'll go on transfer deadline day, we just won't be able to bring in somebody on a decent on a permanent basis. But anyway, back to the game. First half an hour, absolutely brilliant. Moise Keane led the line. I didn't really want him playing, I said that before, but it was good to see him playing. He seemed wanting to play. He had a goal disallowed which should have stood. He was onside, and that was after Iwobi put Everton ahead early in that half. But for some reason the last 5 minutes of the half we decided to switch off and I don't know, just to sit back as if it was the last 5 minutes of the second half, and it made no sense whatsoever. We had a couple of changes, of course, in the team. Begovic was there. He saved us a couple of times. One with he tapped a long range effort over the bar. Keane was playing alongside Mason Holgate, who was in for Yerry Mina. Jared Brantwaite was in there as well. Niels Nkunku was in as well, and also John Joe Kenny, didn't have a great game whatsoever. He didn't get forward. He defended okay. We didn't get forward an awful lot. Niels Nkunku had a couple of, playing that wing back position, that he got forward an awful lot, and Tom Davies got a ball towards him. He shinned it high. Somebody else got a ball out towards him, and again he shinned it high. But it wasn't for the lack of effort. There is a player there we can see developing, and he is obviously our kind of reserve left back for Luca Dean. So in any other case, you probably would ship him out on loan somewhere so he gets regular game time, because obviously maybe going forward in this competition, if we stay in it, that's where he's predominantly going to play. But how many games is that going to get him a season? My worry is the way that we played, especially in the second half. The second half we were absolutely atrocious. We just never came out that second half. We never killed off the game that we could have done in that first half. There was a number of chances. As I said, Moise Keane had the goal that should have stood. He had another one where the keeper saved very smartly from him. Iwobi had a couple of chances. I think Andros Townsend blasted one over as well. So there was chances to put the game to bed even before half time, even before they equalised. But the second half, absolutely dreadful. As I said, they came out, absolutely, they destroyed us on the pitch. They really wanted it. The fans are really getting on them, being the so-called 12th man. And then the big, a key moment of the game, or could have been for us, was the sending off of Moise Keane. The player takes out Moise Keane, tackles him from behind, strikes out at him, and Moise Keane retaliates. The referee comes straight over and sends him off, and it was done in such a way. There was a huge crowd of players that our commentary team didn't even see the player being going off until he was almost down the tunnel, and then they realised he was sent off. But then the Huddersfield Town player only gets a yellow card. Very, very strange. I felt that it was the wrong decision. If he was going to send Moise Keane off, well, then the other player should have went as well, but not red and one yellow. For me, the best case scenario there was the kick out where the player gets a yellow, the reaction by Moise Keane gets a yellow, and with that he's gone down the pitch, and we don't know, is that the last time we'll see him play for Everton as the transfer deadline approaches? Did he do enough that puts him back in the shop window for Everton to get him off the books and bring in a couple of replacements. As I said, we still need that right back covered. We still need kind of, one sense, we still need a left back position as well, because I would like to see a kind of a left back come in on loan that would be the cover for Luke and Dean, and then send out Niels Nkunku on that full loan, that he can get game time and be guaranteed playing every week in somewhere like the Championship, and then take it from there. The winning goal then came from Andros Townsend. Lovely smart move. Andre Gomez, who came on as Moise Keane was sent off, added Luca Dean, came down that lovely the byline, puts the ball across, and there he was, Andros Townsend, the slot at home, and a lovely finish, and gets his first goal obviously for the club. But we held on, very scarily held on. But my fear is now going forward, which we got Queen's Park Rangers away in the next round. If we start facing stronger opposition, Premier League opposition, we're going to have to be a lot better than that going forward. So 2-1 to Everton. We are through into the next round. That is the most important thing. We now go to face Brighton on Saturday. Another big test for the squad. We'll see what Rafa Benitez does with that. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. You can also catch a longer version on Spotify with the podcast. Until then, take care, and we'll be back some stage during the week with a match preview for the Brighton game. Take care, stay blue.